And now expected to hit Florida as a Category 4 storm.
State of emergency, more than 17 million Americans bracing for impact as Dorian moves in. A monster that could pack winds up to 140 miles an hour, taking direct aim at Florida. The new footage of the eye of the massive hurricane, families racing to prepare, supplies flying off shelves, lines growing at gas stations.
President Trump now canceling his trip overseas, monitoring the hurricane as it heads for the southeast. This as a storm erupts in the race for 2020. Frontrunner Joe Biden defiant this morning over questions about an emotional war story he's been telling on the trail.
Breaking overnight, ISIS arrest a 19-year-old taken into custody in New York City. What FBI agents think he was planning.
Terrifying close call. The kindergartner jumping off her school bus to see her mom when she's nearly hit by a speeding car. Her mother's warning this morning.
Alex Trebek's triumphant return. The Jeopardy host now back on the job. His message about his cancer battle and the past champs cheering him on right here on GMA.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in the driver's seat just 2 weeks after this fiery plane crash. His wife and baby on board now speaking out as he returns to the racetrack.
And cuckoo for Coco Gauff. Fans erupting as the teen sensation storms into the third round of the U.S. Open, now set for an epic showdown.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And good morning, America. It is great to have our friend GMA weekend anchor Eva Pilgrim here with us this morning.
Good to be
so
with
glad
you
you're
guys.
here. And it is a very busy Friday. We want to get right to that news. Hurricane Dorian, now a Category 2 storm, strengthening this morning, threatening to hit Florida as a major Category 4 hurricane.
Yeah, let's take a look at the satellite showing Dorian on the move. You see it right there, making its way through the Atlantic. And here's what the storm looks like from space. You can see this storm is just getting bigger and bigger.
Hurricane hunters flying right into that storm, capturing this video. And here's what we know right now. Dorian could be a Category 4 storm when it hits the east coast of Florida sometime on Tuesday. More than 17 million Americans are on alert. The state of emergency in Florida has been expanded to include every county in that state and a dozen counties in Georgia.
And of course, our team is spread out all across the storm zone. Our Rob Marciano starts us off right there from Melbourne Beach, Florida, where they are now bracing for a possible hit. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Cecilia. Hurricane Dorian now about 800 miles that way in the open ocean. We have hurricane watches that are posted for the Bahamas, and advisories and watches may very well be posted here along the Florida Peninsula later on today or certainly tomorrow. It's getting more organized in those warm waters. Here's a satellite picture. It's a Category 2 storm now and on the verge of becoming a Category 3 storm. Just north of the Turks and Caicos Islands. 85, 86 degree water temperatures there, so it's got plenty of fuel to fire this thing. Probably becoming a Cat 3 later today, maybe a Cat 4 late tomorrow night into Sunday. Now, the timing of this has slowed down a little bit, so it's Monday night into Tuesday morning, potentially a Cat 4 somewhere between Fort Lauderdale, maybe Cape Canaveral, but this is going to be a powerful storm, and there's still a fair amount of uncertainty in this forecast. The setup's the same. High pressure will nudge it towards the west. And our computer models, though, the last night we launched more balloons, we had more recon aircraft, so they're in a little bit better agreement, a little bit more confidence this morning that Central or South Florida is going to get hit hard, but it'll probably go north towards the coastline. So high impacts with this, big wind, big rain, and of course storm surge. And to highlight that, we want to show you our drone shot here. In this part of Florida, we've got these big dunes that protect the Atlantic side, but we are not too far from the intercoastal waterway, and many parts of Florida are surrounded by water on both sides, and you can get surge on the other side of this in the intercoastal. So that's an issue, as you know, Tom, being from this area as we go through time over the weekend. A lot of water, a lot of problems.
Yeah, and a very wet summer as well. All right, Rob, we'll be checking in with you throughout the show. Florida is bracing for the worst. People are scrambling to stock up on supplies or get out of town before the hurricane hits. Take a look at these long lines forming at a gas station in Miami-Dade. And get this was 2 o'clock this morning. Dorian could be the strongest hurricane there since Andrew made landfall in 1992. Let's go right to Gio Benitez, who's in Miami, with more on the preps underway. Gio, good morning.
Hey, Tom, good morning. We are surrounded by 3 gas stations right now. Take a look at this one right here because the lines are long. This one is just wrapped around this station. Take a look at that one across the street. The line goes all the way down the road. And over there on the other end, that gas station doesn't have any gas at all. And it's only going to get worse from here. All across the state of Florida, it's a race against time for more than 17 million people in the path of Hurricane Dorian. Residents rushing to stores and gas stations overnight, loading up on food, bottled water, and gas.
Hard to get gas right now, water, just everywhere is packed. There's cars everywhere.
I already went to like 5 different stores. Nobody have water nowhere.
I was here like 3 hours ago, and there was no way to come in.
Residents in Davie waiting in a line that wraps around the store, hoping to scoop up the last of those precious goods. Outside the supply store in South Florida, long lines forming for propane. Inside this Home Depot, materials dwindling, many met with empty shelves. This is what we're seeing all across South Florida, people preparing for this storm, loading up that plywood to board up their homes. We met Jose Noriega buying 26 sandbags.
Obviously planning for the worst possible, but hoping for the best.
This traffic jam in Orlando caused by residents hoping to purchase the few remaining sandbags. This morning, families hunkering down. And businesses, too, who are hiring contractors to protect their stores. Florida's governor issuing a state of emergency for all 67 counties.
All Floridians really need to monitor Hurricane Dorian and make the necessary preparations.
People already packing up to get up and get out. Watch this mega yacht migration in Fort Lauderdale. The monster storm intensifying, now expected to approach land as a Category 4. With NOAA pilots flying missions to survey its strength, NASA even capturing this view from space. Residents in the Caribbean watched as Dorian barreled through, flooding streets and bringing winds up to 110 miles per hour. Now the storm has its sights set on Florida. Officials aren't taking any chances because so many are in the cone of uncertainty.
We are preparing for the worst and hoping for the best.
And if prepping for a hurricane wasn't hard enough, now you've got a very rainy day here in South Florida. That's going to make boarding up homes a lot tougher. It's going to make going out there getting your supplies a lot tougher. That's why Florida officials are saying that everyone in this state needs to prepare today. It's just so important, Eva.
All right, good advice there, Gio. And this morning, we're getting a new look at the storm from the sky. The hurricane hunters flying through the clouds near Dorian's eye. And check this out. NOAA sending its first all-female 3-pilot flight crew on a reconnaissance mission, taking off from Lakeland, Florida, flying around Hurricane Dorian to collect data, returning about 7 hours later. The crew covering more than 3,600 miles. Cecilia?
Okay, Eva, thank you. And joining us now from Washington is the acting administrator of FEMA, Peter Gaynor. Mr. Gaynor, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. I know that you are familiar with the predictions that we are talking about right now. If these models stick, Florida won't have seen a storm like this hit since Hurricane Andrew. What are your biggest concerns right now?
Well, we are planning for a Category 4 here in Washington, D.C. That's our planning assumption. And our biggest concerns now is that the clock is ticking. And now is the time for residents of Florida, South Georgia to make preparations. If you've seen some of those tracks, it could make landfall anywhere between Key West and Jacksonville, and again, even into South Georgia. Don't waste time today. Make preparations. Make sure you and your family are safe.
Given the scope of this storm and the potential impact, I imagine it is hard to prepare for it because it is potentially so large. So your specific message to the residents of Florida right now who may not have been out to the stores to buy boards or things like that, what is your message for them this morning?
Well, I think there's growing concern that no matter where the hurricane makes landfall, it could impact the majority of Florida. So if you've seen some of the tracks this morning, central Florida, and then can make a turn up the 95 corridor into Georgia, that impacts everyone. So just because you're not in that impact zone, it could affect you. It's going to be a big storm, wind, rain, surge. Don't take this storm lightly. What preparations has FEMA made on the ground in anticipation of Dorian hitting? Well, we've been moving our supply, staff, and equipment into Florida. A lot of our planning teams are already embedded with Florida Emergency Management in Tallahassee. We'll continue to move our commodities like generators in and around the state to make sure that the state has no unmet needs. So we'll continue to do that over the weekend. And so like the federal family is preparing, we encourage families, individuals to take preparation seriously. The clock is ticking. So FEMA has come under fire for its handling of those back-to-back storms back in 2017. Can you promise this morning that FEMA is ready there in Florida for what's to come? For us as a nation to have a successful response to disaster, All those things have to be working. Florida has seen its share of hurricanes. They're well familiar with how to prepare, as is counties and the federal government. And again, don't let time slip by. Preparedness is the key to make sure that we're ready for what Dorian brings.
Okay, FEMA's Peter Gaynor this morning. Thank you so much. Tom?
All right, Cecilia, thank you. And we're already seeing the effects of Hurricane Dorian on holiday travel. More airline waivers are being issued as the storm closes in. Steve Osinsami is at the world's busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, with the latest this morning. Steve, good morning.
Good morning to you, Tom. It is a busy morning of travel behind me here at the airport. We are not seeing any flight cancellations due to the storm at this moment, but I can guarantee you that is going to change. 6 airlines are now offering travel waivers: Southwest, Delta, American, Spirit, JetBlue, and United. And for flights in and out of the Caribbean and now Florida, the Florida list is getting especially long. Nearly every major airport on the east coast of Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Melbourne, West Palm Beach, Jacksonville, just to name a few. And most of these are for flights starting tomorrow. 17 cruise ships have now rerouted their schedules to avoid this storm, impacting tens of thousands of travelers. Florida's 3 largest airports are now preparing for high winds. In Miami, they're asking the airlines to tie down large pieces of equipment or remove them from the airfield. Eva?
All right, a massive headache on a holiday travel weekend. Steve Osinsami for us. One of the most serious concerns from this hurricane, life-threatening storm surge. The hurricane force wind pushing ocean water onshore, washing away everything in its path. Kaylee Hartung is in Jacksonville, where they faced this just 2 years ago with Hurricane Irma. Good morning to you, Kaylee.
Yeah, good morning, Eva. Jacksonville is a city built on wetlands. It doesn't take a hurricane and powerful storm surge to flood this area. Residents here know all too well a bad rainstorm can lead to the St. Johns River here raising several feet. Hurricane Irma, it made landfall 70 miles from here, and yet the damage the storm surge did here, that led Jacksonville's mayor to call it the storm of the century. I want you to see, compare the view we have here this morning with what the storm surge did here 2 years ago as the water toppled the embankment. We've got I-95 running above our heads. Water flowed through the streets here downtown. As the hurricane storm surge, it forced water up the ocean's mouth, the ocean water up the river's mouth rather, and that water, well, it had nowhere to go. Hurricane Michael, just a year ago, that was another storm you'll remember with very powerful storm surge. Ginger Z watching a house get carried away right before her. Jacksonville's mayor now saying this is not a time to panic, rather it's a time to prepare. Cecilia?
We all remember those images. Okay, Kaylee, thank you. And in Washington, President Trump closely monitoring Dorian this morning. On Twitter, he made some dire predictions of his own about that storm's path. Take a listen.
It really began to form big, and now it's looking like it could be an absolute monster. Somebody said bigger, or at least as big as Andrew.
Okay, so let's bring in our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran, there at the White House. And Terry, the president was supposed to be in Poland this weekend. He ended up canceling that trip to stay and keep a close eye on the storm.
That's it exactly, Cecilia. He was supposed to go to Poland for a solemn commemoration of the beginning of World War II 80 years ago next week, but he decided to stay here and track developments. First, from the White House, he had a Oval Office briefing on Hurricane Dora yesterday, and he's heading to Camp David this afternoon in order to take the Labor Day weekend there, but he'll be tracking developments. The president sees these things as an opportunity really for presidential leadership. As you say, he's on Twitter quite a bit. I'm sure we'll see him again, and he has a personal stake in this one. He's got 4 properties along the eastern coast of Florida, including Mar-a-Lago, which has become basically the southern White House, and that Trump Doral Golf Club, where he proposed to have the G7 next year. And so he is looking not just as president, but as property owner at this hurricane as it comes barreling in. And he will be tracking developments first from here and then from Camp David.
Okay, Terry, let's shift gears while we can to the election. Former Vice President Joe Biden coming under fire for an emotional war story that he's told on the campaign trail. It's about a Navy captain who heroically tried to save a fellow service member. The man telling the former vice president not to pin a medal on him because his friend died in combat. But Terry, it turns out a lot of the details in this story are wrong, and now Biden is being forced to respond.
Right, the Washington Post dug into this story. This is a story of American heroism and heartbreak on the front lines that, as you say, Biden's been telling for a long time. It seems like he's conflated a few stories. He did pin a medal on a soldier, not a Navy captain, but an Army staff sergeant in Afghanistan. That man, Chad Workman, tried to reject the medal. He said, I don't deserve it because the man he tried to save had died. Biden's kind of conflated that with some other stories. The Washington Post put this out yesterday, a bit of a kerfuffle around it. Biden is standing by it. He says he got the central point accurate. And I want to read you the quote that he has said to reporters in South Carolina where he's campaigning. I was making the point how courageous these people are, how incredible they are, this generation of warriors, these fallen angels we've lost. So for Biden, he's saying it's not so much about the details as it is about that heroism and heartbreak. Cecilia?
Okay, Terry, thanks so much. Eva?
We're going now to that big victory overnight for 15-year-old tennis phenom Coco Gauff, winning another round at the U.S. Open. She's now set for a showdown against Naomi Osaka, the top-ranked player in the world. TJ Holmes is here. Hey, TJ.
Eva, let's go, Coco. New York is going crazy for Coco Gauff because she keeps on winning. Yes, she was a sensation, but burst onto the scene at Wimbledon. Now she has won 2 matches at the U.S. Open, the biggest stage in tennis pretty much here in New York. Putting on a show. She won in 3 sets. It was a thriller. She had to grind this one out, but she highlighted so much of her athleticism that's making her a star right now. So now, yes, it moves forward to what is going to be the most anticipated match of the U.S. Open. Coco Gauff, the 15-year-old sensation, against the #1 player in the world who won the U.S. Open last year, Naomi Osaka. So again, Coco is the youngest player in the past 30 years to win 2 matches at the U.S. Open. The last was Anna Kournikova. And get this, guys, at 15 years old, winning those 2 matches, now she's in the 3rd round, she just picked up $163,000. That ain't bad. But this, she continues to put on this show, but New York is really eating up some Coco Gauff right now. And she does have a doubles match today. She says she's not even thinking about the match against Naomi Osaka on Saturday yet because she's got to get through her doubles match today. Tells you how focused she is.
and she's got to get a driver's license in order to buy a car with this new prize money. I don't know. She's got a ways to go. TJ, thanks so much.
Coco was in the zone last night. TJ was in the zone this morning.
Yes.
Coco needs to bring him in tomorrow to the U.S. Open.
And we're following a lot of other stories this morning, including that great news from Jeopardy host Alex Trebek, done with chemo, back on the job, his message, and what winners like Jeopardy James want Trebek to know.
Plus, take a look at this terrifying close call. That kindergartner, thankfully okay after a car sped right past her while she got off the bus. Her mother's warning this morning. But first, let's go back to Rob in Florida. Rob, good morning.
Tom, a beautiful start to the day here. It's going to look a lot different here in a couple of days. We want to go over why we think this storm is going to continue to strengthen and the structure of hurricanes with this pretty cool animation. It's over water temperatures right now that are over 85 degrees. All you need is 79. So that's a lot of heat, a lot of fuel for the fire. You need lighter winds above or high pressure above, and it's moving into an environment that has that. So that allows it to grow as well. And of course, a lot of rising air around that eye wall. We'll watch it develop as it gets a little bit closer to us. Let's check what's happening here. It's time now for your weekend getaways, brought to you by Amazon Prime.
Fall in love with thousands of brands with Prime Wardrobe.
A great start to the Labor Day weekend. Temperatures starting out comfortably cool in the 60s by noon today, 83, 90 with a lot of sunshine this afternoon. But again, low humidity. We'll pick up some cloud cover on Saturday, just a few, the high 86. Sunday, a bit more clouds, shower after about 3, 4 o'clock, and then more clouds, but 88, passing shower and late day storm. No impacts from Dorian until potentially next weekend here locally. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Are you having enough fun? You want to stay with us?
It's my birthday, too.
Happy birthday!
We'll be right back.
Breaking news.
Apple Card is here. And here. It's a new kind of credit card